Welcome everyone to the next normal. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. I'm delighted that you've taken the time to choose these 30 minutes to be with me on a daily basis, Monday through Friday. We need positivity, We need to start to believe more in ourselves, because if we don't, we're going to try to rely on people to kind of tell us who we are. And that gets very complicated. People are always in different moods, different state of minds. People have different expectations on you, and you are still trying to grow into who you are. One of the most important things I've noticed about our personal growth as people is, do you have the fortune of having one or two people around you that is ultimately always unconditional for you? At least 95%. They're going to love and support you no matter what you do, no matter how you are. Their only agenda is to see you stand on your own 2 feet and grow and develop, despite whatever you've been doing. We need people like that. I would say our Mama Gita was like that for us. And it wasn't just for me, it was for everyone. I have to tell you, I don't think Sister Gita had more love for me than anyone else. I think we had a deep karmic connection that was very clear, because we were in service together for the greater good. And yet when I look at her behavior and the way she's treated people, even people who seemed difficult, she treated them with the same love. I've seen it with my own eyes. I have felt it in her own spirit. It's been an amazing few days, I have to tell you. And today I'm really feeling the whole consciousness of what is it about people's personality that gives us heart failure. If they're not giving you heart failure, your blood pressure is going up. If your blood pressure is not going up, your eyes, was it Antonia? There used to be something Sister Gita used to say to her or something whenever she would get upset. She would say, your nose is flaring up. This is nose. Oh, I could see the nose is flaring up. Because you're getting a little bit upset that somebody isn't what you want them to be for you. It could be your next door neighbor. Think about them. It could be a friend. It could be a friend of a friend. It could be an in-law. It could be your mother, your father. It could be your spouse. It could be a sibling. It could be a colleague at work. Somehow when you come in front of that person, you're not yourself. You feel a little uncomfortable. You might have heard me over the years. I've got like just a handful. And there's one in particular that I remember it because it's like a thorn in my finger. Like a little thorn is in your finger, it's not a big deal. This big body and a little thorn in your finger, it pulls your attention, no? And in that one relationship with that soul, personally, I feel I've done everything that is needed to create a friendship with that person, even if it's not a friendship, a working relationship. And the person on the other side has a particular interpretation about me, I think. And it makes our relationship seem so difficult. But it really isn't a difficult relationship. In my head, the way I look at that person is, if we work together, there'll be so much fortune for everyone. But something is written in the drama, in the script. You two won't mesh that way for a while. And it's a good thing that I'm not one of those people that just go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, but there are times I'm sitting in a gathering or in a meeting and people will tell me, oh, this person is so difficult. This person is a no-no person. Oh yeah, they don't really give any sustenance to people. And I will hear these conversations just sitting in a room. I'm not talking about them. The conversation of the person comes up. And I would think about that. Because I've felt the brunt of that relationship. And I'm listening to other people saying similar things, but they've never told me personally. And one day, as I kept looking at why this relationship seems a challenge, you know what I realized? This person doesn't have anything against me or has any agenda for me. This person is just different. Like I might be different to them. They're not used to dealing with somebody like me, and so I'm different to them. They might think I'm difficult, but I'm not. I'm actually just a different energy than they are accustomed to. So how do you work around people who are different, or who you might say are difficult? You evolve and you accept. First you accept, then you say something good about them, you bless them, you praise them, you send your good wishes, and then the third thing is you evolve. You rise up from that situation with the person. Because if you don't do that, you will experience them to be difficult rather than different. They're different than me. I like hugging, you don't like hugging. Does that mean you're bad? Does it mean you're bad? I like smiling, you don't like smiling. Does that mean that you're bad? I like finding solutions. Maybe you don't like finding solutions. You like to make drama. Does that mean you're bad? It doesn't mean that you're difficult. It just means that you're different, right? And all I need to do is to inculcate enough spiritual wisdom and try to understand what is it that you seek. My mother was definitely different. And on our meditation for her that we're doing every night for the next 13 days, I think we've got maybe 6 days left or so. Myrna from Barbados said, I watched the way the both of you interacted with each other. And your mother will do these wild things and you would just sit there in just support, like in gentle support of her behavior without any judgment. You just let her be who she wanted to be. Maybe that's a blessing from Sister Gita to me, that I have the ability to allow people to be who they need to be. They are different. Everyone's different in their own way. But when I start to look at them as difficult, I start to become difficult for them too. So there are difficult people in the world. They do not maybe believe in a lot of peace. Maybe they don't believe in being very happy. Maybe they're not very charitable. That's okay. And maybe there's a real significant reason for those souls to be like that. But what happens when you live with that person intimately? You work with them for 9 hours. Maybe you sleep with them for 8 hours. Maybe your friendship and your connection with them is a consistent connection. What happens when you go to the family reunion for the weekend and you happen to have to share the room with that person? What do you do then? You have to dig deep inside of your spirit. And you have to accept that you are a good person and that you're doing the best that you can and that purity is your way. And that you have to accept that each person must be given the permission to be who they need to be. It's natural for us to offer advice. It's natural for our energy, when in connection to another energy, shifts things. It's a natural thing. But when you're trying to control the person, when you're arguing with them all the time, when you're forcing them to be something which you want, when you're manipulating them, it becomes a difficult interaction. Do you understand what I'm saying? The person might be like that with you, but you still have the right to be who you need to be. Accepting, giving them praise or good wishes, and then evolving is the way that you can protect yourself from challenging relationship. I accept this relationship is trying to show me something. I accept that this relationship is in my life for a very significant purpose. I accept that if I'm not able to get along with somebody, there must have been very, very deep love between me and that person at a soul level, and something changed. I have to accept that right now at this juncture of our journey, maybe we're not supposed to get along, but I still have to give them my good wishes. I still have to love them. I might not like them yet, but I must love them to protect my spirit, to protect my being. Sometimes you have to work with them, and you can feel the tension inside. You can feel there's something not working right. You shouldn't be feeling it. That's on them. If they are not comfortable in your presence, you have to cling to Baba, to God so strongly, and you have to be comfortable with you. Even that self-acceptance for you is important. You think you're so easy too, don't you? You don't think you're so difficult, right? You might think you're really positive and easy to live with, but the other person thinks you're difficult. You don't talk. You don't give me advice. You don't do this. You don't do that. Nobody's difficult anymore. They're different. Psychologically speaking, there are souls that are very discontented inside, and they are looking for themselves. And maybe in the relationship with you, in the way they're behaving, maybe if you maintain your dignity and your self-respect, maybe they'll get a chance to see themselves through you at their highest level. So for anyone out there that has an opportunity in which they're dealing with a person that they think is difficult, just look at them as just different, just like how you're different. Look at them as maybe somebody that's trying to find their way, just like you're trying to find your way. Look at them that maybe they're going through a private struggle. They don't have anyone to talk to. Maybe lend yourself to them, or maybe from a distance, keep blessing them and wish them well. But I do know that we were all made different. No two souls are the same. And it's natural that our energies might not always interconnect. Maybe one day I'll do a show on soulmates. I was telling Brother Kessel how I keep bumping into old soulmates from many, many lives. And it's just in the last year or two I'm finding them again. And it's like they're all coming back. I'm recognizing them. And I just want us to do service together and just reveal God to the world so that the suffering of souls can subside. Any relationship that you're going through now, let them go. They're different. Because if you keep thinking that they're difficult, you're going to become a difficult person too. And they're going to think you're difficult. But I'd rather take different than difficult. So let us all come together. We the people must be there to support each other now and stand firm with each other. Let's take a moment to meditate. we the people of the world, in order to create a more perfect self and world, we are born to create a good life, one of wealth, happy relationships, and a healthy mind. I, the soul, am a citizen of the world. I promise to promote inner well-being and to secure a life of blessings, freedom, unity, and respect. So as I sit here in a state of true inner freedom, I allow the experience of the real me, the true beauty of the soul, to emerge. And I acknowledge the true worth and the true beauty in everyone who shares our world. I choose to share good wishes and pure feelings with everyone I meet, because I, the soul, am a well-wisher, and I am true in sharing good wishes when I walk and move around during the day. So let me sit in the consciousness of remembering that we the people are all citizens of good wishes, emanating pure feelings, peace, purity, and inner freedom. Hi everybody, welcome back. That was a beautiful meditation that I've done on Inclusion Revolution album, right? Right, Inclusion Revolution album, which you can find on Spotify. And it was when America still is going through turmoil, but I took the preamble and I did a meditation on those words, did a little shifting, but it had a lot of merit. It has a lot of merit in it. So we've been talking about different or difficult people. Do you have a different person in your life? And is that person who is different actually trying to help you to become your best version of yourself? That just might be the reason why they're with you. I have felt the people in my life that might be offering me a sweet challenge are actually helping me to become the best version of myself if I use them for that purpose. If I don't have people pressuring me, how am I going to become a real diamond? I'm either going to get worse, and that means just give up on trying to be a better version and become like them, or I'm going to raise my quality and my value and go deep into God's heart and pull God's love out of me and work on that relationship. Something in you should be free with them. They should not trap you in your mind, in your heart. If you can't have good wishes and pure feelings for them, you too are being a difficult person, and you must be also quite different in the relationship with them. But if you can have your good feelings for them and just, you might love them, I love you. I might not have the space for the liking yet. You don't give me permission for that. Then you give it some time. And I'm speaking from experience. I've had a long-standing relationship that's just not breaking through as I would like. And I'm still very hopeful that one day we'll just be friends and we'll be able to do the work together. That's all I want. I don't need emotional care or anything from anyone or from that soul. I'm just committed to the task of world transformation through self-transformation, but that I want to see God's love more through me, through everyone. So, my brother Santosh, does chat have anything intelligent to say what is a difficult person? So a difficult person is someone who exhibits behaviors that consistently challenge others' patience, understanding, or cooperation. While the term is subjective and can depend on personal perceptions, some common characteristics of behaviors often associated with difficult people include, number one, they're argumentative, often engage in disputes, and they are unwilling to consider other viewpoints. Number two, they're very inflexible. They resistant to change and unwilling to compromise or collaborate. They're critical, frequently judge others, find faults. Number four, passive-aggressive, indirectly expresses negative feelings. 5, controlling, attempts to dominate situations or manipulate others to meet their needs. 6, negative, focus on problems and not solutions. 7, self-centered, prioritize their own needs and desires over those of others, lacking empathy. It's essential to understand that behavior often arises from underlying issues such as stress, trauma, mental health conditions, or learned habits. Strategies like setting boundaries, communicating clearly, and maintaining empathy can help to manage relationships with such individuals. Wonderful, huh? Beautiful point, right? Yeah, it's very good. One of the things I love about the Brahma Kumaris community is that we are all such old souls here. So we come with a lot of issues. And so here we are pushed into this washing machine called knowledge, yoga, service, and practice, dharana. And so we come into this vortex of energy, the oldest souls on their journey, and we are in this washing machine being washed up with knowledge, spiritual wisdom, yoga, remembrance of God, the Supreme Soul, service, keep helping others, bringing benefit to others, and dharana. What's your behavior like, your mannerisms, practice to upgrade the way you sit, eat, speak, interact with people. We're all getting washed. We're all getting clean. And it's a good thing. So let's see what is the Avyak signal of today. Did you all like today's session? Did it make sense? Yes? Was it good? Practical, huh? Right? Divya? Easy, no? Today's signal is, in order to keep both the body and the mind constantly happy, think less. If you have to think about something, then think about the jewels of spiritual knowledge. If you think that you don't see anything in your part, that you're unable to remember God with love, that you are not able to become free from within, bodiless, those are waste thoughts. Don't think like that. Instead, in contrast to those, have powerful thoughts. Say to yourself, in my remembrance, I remember my original religion, and that is peace. Or think, I'm such an easy yogi of every cycle of time. Life is easy for me. Have these types of thoughts, and you will continue to fly always in happiness. I love that. That was gorgeous. So to all my friends out there in YouTube land, good morning and Om Shanti. Very nice to have all of you on. Ebba, Tamil, Grace, Dinesh, Journey of Courage, Tanika, Yukti, Wendy, Divyani, Swarupa, Madhavi, Beth, Shobha, Ramila, Gigi, Lee, Joanne, Lolita, Samantha, and of course, Meditation Museum. Thank you so much for joining us today. In order to break your attachments, please start to practice loving everybody the same. It will liberate you. Yes, you spend more time with certain souls, but deep inside, treat everybody right. Love everybody the same. Have a lovely day, and thank you so much for joining us on Next Normal. Take care of yourselves.